In the bustling streets of Lagos, near the edge of Balogun Market, there was a small dusty shop called Oju Anya Antiques. It was owned by Madam Ejiro, a stern but wise woman, known for her mysterious collection of rare and ancient items. Rumors floated around that some of the items in her shop had magical powers, but no one dared to ask questions. Essie, a spirited and headstrong girl from a poor family, worked at the shop as a cleaner. Her family had fallen on hard times, and her job helped to put food on the table. Though she hated the endless dusting and sweeping, she couldn't deny her fascination with the shop's collection. One item caught her attention more than the rest: a pair of red shoes displayed in a cracked glass cabinet. The shoes were bright and beautiful, with intricate beadwork that glittered in the sunlight. Essie often dreamed of how perfect they would look on her feet. Madam Ejiro, however, always warned her, "Essie, those shoes are not for you or anyone else. They belong here. Do not touch them." But Essie, like many young people, could not resist the temptation of the forbidden. One afternoon, when Madam Ejiro had gone to the back of the shop to sort some deliveries, Essie found herself standing before the red shoes. The way they sparkled seemed to call her name. Glancing around to ensure no one was watching, she opened the cabinet and slipped the shoes onto her feet. A chill ran up her spine the moment she put them on, but she shook it off. "Ah, they fit perfectly," she said, twirling in front of a dusty mirror. Feeling bold, she decided to take the shoes home, stuffing them into her bag before sneaking out of the shop. The trouble began that evening. Essie wore the shoes to a party in her neighborhood. As she walked in, heads turned and the people whispered about how beautiful she looked. She felt on top of the world, especially when Tunde, the most popular boy on the street, asked her to dance. But as the music played, Essie realized her feet wouldn't stop moving. She danced and danced, unable to control herself. "Essie, what's wrong?" Tunde asked, confused as she spun uncontrollably. With each step, her feet started sticking to the floor for a split second before releasing it. At first, it was subtle. Soon, it turned into an awkward jerking motion. Tunde raised an eyebrow. What kind of dance is that?" Essie tried to slow down, but the shoes had a mind of their own. Before she knew it, her legs kicked up on their own. Once, twice, until she was hopping, one foot, then the other, then higher, higher, and faster. The crowd burst into laughter. "Why is she jumping like a frog?" someone shouted. Essay's heart pounded. She tried to stop, but the shoes forced her into a ridiculous, exaggerated march. Knees high, arms flailing like a clown at a circus. People pulled out their phones. They were recording her. Tunde took a step back. "Are you okay?" Essay tried to scream no, but her body betrayed her. Instead, she spun uncontrollably, her arms smacking into a drink table. Cups flew everywhere, soaking her borrowed dress in fruit punch. The crowd howled. Her disaster was now a viral moment in the making. Someone yelled, "Check online tonight. This one is trending." Essay's face burned. This was worse than a nightmare. It was public humiliation in real time. In one final desperate move, she lunged towards the chair and grabbed onto it for dear life. She yanked at the shoes, her breath coming in ragged gasps. Then, pop! They slipped off her feet. She fell onto the floor, panting, her legs trembling. The moment the shoes hit the ground, they vanished. Luckily for her, no one else noticed. The music kept playing and the party went on. But Essay knew one thing. Her night was over, for sure. She stumbled outside, humiliated. No pair of stolen shoes was worth this. And as she walked home on barefoot, she made a vow: never again. The next morning, Essay went back to the shop, her legs trembling. She found Madame Ejiro waiting for her, as though she had known everything that happened all along. "I told you not to touch those shoes," Madame Ejiro said, her voice stern but not unkind. Essay fell on her knees, sobbing. "I'm sorry, Madame Ejiro. I was foolish and greedy. It won't happen again." Madame Ejiro nodded. "You've learnt your lesson, Essay. Remember, greed and dishonesty will always come at a cost. Now focus on earning your way honestly, and you'll find that life will reward you in unexpected ways." From that day on, Essay worked diligently at the shop, earning Madame Ejiro's trust. Though she still admired the antics, she never touched anything without permission again. And for the red shoes, no one ever saw them again. Some say they disappeared forever, while others whispered that they would reappear whenever someone tries to take what doesn't belong to them to teach them a lesson. But Essay didn't need to know. She had learned the value of integrity, and that was a lesson she would carry with her for the rest of her life. After the party disaster, Essay couldn't shake the embarrassment. She thought she'll never see Tunde again without cringing. But weeks later, they bumped into each other at a local cafe. Tunde grinned, remembering the wild night. "I have to admit, Essay, I didn't know whether to help or laugh at you. You were like a frog on roller skates. Essie flushed, but then she burst into laughter too. I know, right? I've never been so embarrassed in my life. But looking back, it was kind of hilarious. Tunde chuckled, shaking his head. It definitely made the party unforgettable. I still can't believe you actually hopped like that. The two shared a good laugh, and Essie realized something important. Humor had helped her let go of the embarrassment. She didn't need to carry that moment with shame. Instead, it was now a funny story that they'll both remember fondly. As they parted ways, Essie smiled. Sometimes, laughter is the best way to recover from even the most embarrassing moments. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.